afternoon folks, this is Wayne R back with another technique lesson today. I'm following on from sort of a recent lesson I did on chord embellishments. This is sort of part 2. These are 3 of my favourite chords, some great embellishments here. So today we're looking at a G, a C and an F chord. What I said in the last lesson, this is just sort of some tips to get your chords and your playing sound great. You know, a lot of pros use these embellishments. If you come across any songs that have got these chords in, I just think it adds so much to the chords and just adds loads of melody and loads of sort of, technique in there. It just sounds great, you know what I mean? So it sort of takes your playing to the next level if you just add some of these things in, and they are quite simple if you sort of break them down and look at them. So we'll go over that in a minute. Thanks for your continued support. Thanks everyone who's subscribed and continues to do so. Now if you are subscribed and you haven't done already, further way you could help me out is hitting that little notification bell up somewhere down there so you can keep up to date with videos. The Patreon thing, if you're into the regular stuff that I do with the songs, so a lot of the chords, lyrics and strumming patterns are up on my Patreon page, as well as some stuff to coincide with technique lessons. If you're into the blues and scale stuff, there's some exclusive videos that are on YouTube, and there's a lot of videos there from the archive, so I'm going to put a link to that in the comments. There'll also be a link in the description if you want to go and check that out. Just click on the link, sign up for as little as a couple of quid a month. If you don't want to do that and you want to show some appreciation, I've got a new feature which is like a super thanks link. It's just under the video there. You can click on that and make a small donation. Again, very much appreciated. And please go over and give me a like on social media. So I'm Wayne R Guitar on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and now also TikTok, as you always say. I'm trying to get down with the kids. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, so I just want to point out that my guitar is in standard tuning for this lesson, and we're just going to take 3 sort of simple beginner open chords that I consider most beginners can play these, and I'm going to show you some cool embellishments that you can do. Okay, so the first chord is a G chord. Now a beginner G is obviously, we do it the standard 3-fingered way. We can do sort of what we call the rock G, the 4-fingered way, okay? But for this lesson, you're going to want to do the 3-fingered G with our 2nd, 3rd and little pinky. That's on the 3rd fret on the top E string. And what that enables us to do, we're going to do this really cool chord that's called the G sus4. That's just adding the 1st finger on and off the 1st fret on the B string. So what we get is... Okay, you'll hear me doing that on a lot of my videos. I love that embellishment, love that chord. I think it works really well. It just takes your head getting around playing a G chord in a slightly different way, as I said, with your 2nd, 3rd and 4th finger, okay? The next chord is a C chord. There's a few things we can do on this C chord. So we can take the 1st finger on and off. We can take the middle finger on and off. Another thing we can do this chord that's called the C sus4. So that's just keeping the C shape on and adding the little pinky. That'll be on the 3rd fret on the D string, okay? So what we get is... So there's 1 or 2 things you can do on that C chord. And another thing, we can keep the C chord shape on and we can add the little pinky on the 3rd fret on the top E string. That's quite a nice one too. So what we get is... Okay, so there's a little treasure trove of sort of embellishments that you can do on that C chord, and we can do pretty much the same on the standard F major 7 as well. Again, we can take that 1st finger on and off, the 2nd finger, we can have that little pinky also on the 3rd fret on the top E string. So if we just play some of those embellishments, we got... Okay, so that's 3 chords, like I say, simple embellishments, but try those, experiment with those, have a look at what I did for the intro. Obviously it sounds really cool if you can add a bit of strumming in there as well. I'm not going to talk about the strumming pattern, that's in a sort of a separate lesson. Some great chord embellishments there on what I consider, 3 sort of basic sort of open chord shapes. So take them, experiment with them and enjoy playing. So there you go. Okay, so thanks very much for watching. I hope you all dug that. And if it's the first time you've seen this lesson and you've not seen the other lesson, it'll probably make more sense if you watch the other lesson too. So this is sort of part 2 to my little making yourself sound like a pro series, you know, by adding some of these simple things in. So the first 2 lessons we were talking about chord embellishments. This is part 2. The first lesson I talked about the A, the D and the E chord. So if you've not seen that, go over and check that. I might even tag that in the comments if you want to check that one out as well. So it's a short series I'm doing. I'm going to maybe in the next lesson talk about palm muting as well. So, and all these things, if you know, it's one thing learning songs, but I think what makes songs sound great is if you add some of these little simple tricks in. And as I said in the title, you know, making yourself sound like a pro. So there we go. Hope you all enjoyed that. As I said in the intro, thanks for the continued support. Thanks to everyone who's subscribed and continues to do so. As I said, a further way you could help me out is hitting the little notification bell that's somewhere down there. The Patreon thing, if you're into the usual thing that I do, the songs, you want the chords, lyrics and strumming patterns, so there's a link to that in the comments, also a link in the description. And I always say word of mouth is a powerful thing, so if you dig what I do, please like and share my videos, tell your friends, tell your work colleagues, anyone, you know, plays a guitar, please point them in my direction. I'd really appreciate that. So that just leaves me to say, whatever time of day it is you're watching, whether it be morning, day, night, thank you very much, and I'll catch you all for lesson very soon. Take care.